Isn't it true that your relationship with my client is entirely platonic? I object, Your Honor!
To yourself?
Yeah. But I would like to rephrase the question. Mr. Falk, would I be accurate if I described your relationship with Mrs. Cole as totally professional? I object, Your Honor, and I move to strike!
Mr. Reed, I don't know what you're on, but you better get to the point and quick.
Thank you, sir. Is your relationship with my client entirely platonic? Not! Is not your relationship with my client, boink! Bad baby, bad baby. Did you ever not make love? Did you?
Mr. Reed!
You had sex with her every time you met, didn't you? Didn't you? Liar!
He's badgering the witness.
It's his witness.
You slammed her, you dumped her donut, you gave her dog a sausage, you stuffed her like a Thanksgiving turkey.
All right, it's true, okay? I humped her brains out. There, now you happy?
No further questions.
Hey guys, how we all doing? Happy Wednesday evening? Yeah, happy Wednesday. It's, what is it? 11:15. And I was hoping to stream yesterday, wasn't able to, was a bit under the weather. Feeling better now, feeling good now. Got a nice little ginger ale to help the throat when doing the voice acting. Let's get to this. It's the trial of Edgeworth. The first trial, day one of the trial. He says he didn't do it. Let's see what we can do. I believe that Lotta girl, Lotta Hart, is the witness. Alright, December 26, 9:44 a.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. There's our boy. Karma? Alright, that's right. Manfred von Karma. He's the best prosecutor there is. Oh yeah, because we won't have... Usually we're so used to going up against Edgeworth as a prosecutor. Now he's our client. We're up against Manfred von Karma. He hasn't lost a case in his 40-year career. He is a god of prosecution, right? A god. Oh, not a single case. He'll do anything to get a guilty verdict. Anything, arr. Sounds like someone else I know, Edgeworth. You don't understand. I mean, he'll really do anything. Manfred von Karma is a man to be feared. That's quite a claim coming from someone who forges evidence. He taught me what it really means to prosecute. What? Just picture a prosecutor as vicious as me, multiplied by a factor of 10. Oh. So was he your teacher then, Mr. Edgeworth? Something like that. And now he's trying to get you found guilty? What a creep. Oh wait. Maybe he's planning on losing on purpose to help you out. Not a chance. He hasn't lost once in 40 years. 40 years! He's as ruthless as me, times 20. Oh, that's pretty ruthless. Like I said, he's a god among prosecutors. I guess that's something like Mia was to me. Speaking of Mia... Maya? We could really be using Mia's help right now, don't you think? Oh... I can't. I'm sorry, I tried. I really tried, but I couldn't reach. You couldn't reach? I think it's because I haven't been training. My powers are weak again. Oh man, what bad timing. I'm really sorry. I'll try my best. I hope so. Yeah, but like, you never go to Mia. Mia comes to you. Haven't you learned that yet, Phoenix? She comes when you fuck up royally and you need her help. What are you whispering about? Oh, it's nothing. Just my ghost boss who possesses her teenage sister. Well, it's time. Let's head in. All right, let's do this. Who is this Von Karma? December 26, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 3. Oh, there he is. You see him. Oh, the court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Myers Edgeworth. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Ooh. What's his voice? Oh man, he looks like a pirate too. Should I make him a pirate now? Yeah. What should I do for Edgeworth? I don't know. Let's see what he says. Let me see what comes to me. Mr. Von Karma, is the prosecution ready? A fool. You seriously think that I would stand here were I not completely prepared? Right, my apologies. He's even got the judge scared. Oh, very well, your opening statement, please. Decisive evidence. A decisive witness. What else could possibly be required? Oh, nothing, of course. That should be fine. The prosecution may call its first witness. What's with this guy? Oh, what's with this guy? Is he royalty or something? How am I supposed to fight against this? I called the detective in charge of this case, Detective Dick Gumshoe. Okay, Gumshoe's first. Let's see how this goes. Alright, it's kind of on our side. Describe the incident now. Yes, sir. Detective Gumshoe looks nervous. People take a look at the map. The murder happened late Christmas Eve around midnight. There was one boat in the very middle of the lake. There were 2 men on the boat. Now there happened to be a woman camping here on the edge of the lake. At 12:10 a.m. she heard 2 pistol shots. Then the boat started to move. It went towards the boat rental shop. Overhead map of Gourd Lake. Added to court record, okay. Testify to the court about the arrest now. Wait, Mr. Von Karma. Yes. Actually, I'm the one who's supposed to be handling these proceedings. Oh, wrong. There is only one thing you need to do here. You will slam down your gavel and say the word guilty. That is your role. Oh, yes, of course. You're quite right. No, he's not. Witness testimony. The arrest of Edgeworth. Okay, we gotta press. Find out more details. A man called into the station around 30 minutes after midnight. Oh, I have to hear all of this. Okay. We headed to the scene of the crime as fast as we could. A man called in? So there was another witness. That's where we found Mr. Edgeworth. Now, I didn't suspect him of anything at all. But the next morning, a body was found in the lake. So we had to arrest Mr. Edgeworth. I see. Very well. Begin your cross-examination, attorney. Now. Thanks, Judge. A man called into the station around 30 minutes after midnight. Let's press him. You received a call from a man? Yep. But you said there was a woman camping there. She was the one who heard the 2 gunshots, right? He's wagging that finger at us. That woman and the man who called in the report are 2 different people, obviously. Different people? There were 2 witnesses. Their testimonies were quite similar, however. Today I've summoned the woman who was camping. The woman who was camping, a lot of heart. What happened next, Detective? Yeah, it's my line. We headed to the scene of the crime as fast as we could. How long was it between receiving the report and your arrival at the lake? Well, I'd say it was about 3 minutes. That's pretty fast. Our motto for the month is get there quick. Detective, you will refrain from casually revealing department secrets. Yes, sir. Sorry, sir. I look forward to your next year's salary review. Aww. So much to look forward to these days. This is no time for dejected daydreaming. Continue. Yes, sir. That's where we found Mr. Edgeworth. Now, I didn't suspect him of anything at all. I forgot to press him here. That's where we found Mr. Edgeworth. Press him. What was Mr. Edgeworth like when you saw him then? Well, from what I saw, he looked pretty relaxed. Not like a murderer at all, really. Detective, the court requires the facts, not your opinion. How many years have you been on the force? Facts only, Detective. Hard, cold, objective facts. Yes, sir. Man, he's got his share of objections. Now, I didn't suspect him of anything at all. Why didn't you think he was suspicious? You should know. We have a deep, trusting relationship with the prosecutors. Detective, the court isn't interested in your musings. Deep, trusting, poppycock. No, I've never heard so many flippant comments from an active detective on the force. Detective Gumshoe doesn't look so good. Continue now. But the next morning, a body was found in the lake. Did you find any clues on the body? A single bullet was recovered from the body. He was shot through the heart, fatally. A bullet? There was 2. Judge, here's the bullet. It didn't strike bone, so its shape is well preserved. Oh, very well. The court accepts this bullet into evidence. Pistol bullet found in the victim's body, fired from a .22 caliber pistol. All right. That's a little bullet. That's a little bullet. So that's a little bullet. So we had to arrest Mr. Edgeworth. Why is that? Well, we found the murder weapon in the boat. The murder weapon? A pistol. Detective Gumshoe, that is a vital piece of information. Please revise your testimony. Right. Sorry, Your Honor. The murder weapon we found in the boat was decisive evidence. What about the pistol? What about the pistol made it decisive evidence? Tish, tish, tish. Ah, he has the same evil laugh as Edgeworth. There were fingerprints on the pistol found in the boat. They were clear prints from Mr. Edgeworth's right hand. What? Order! Order! So, Mr. Edgeworth's fingerprints were found on the murder weapon. Yes, Your Honor. Judge, this is the weapon in question. Accepted into evidence. Pistol added to the court record. Members of the court, we now have the pistol used in the murder and the bullet found in the body. Detective. Yes, sir. Was the bullet found in the body fired from this pistol? Yes. The ballistics markings on the bullet matched the pistol. Hey, Nick. What does he mean, ballistic markings? Shocking. To imagine someone here does not know something as basic as ballistic markings. Nick, he's glaring at me. Very well, I'll explain. Actually, Judge, you do it. Me? Him. The ballistic markings are like the fingerprints of a gun. The barrel leaves distinctive marks on each bullet it fires. You can examine these ballistic fingerprints to see which gun fired the shot. It's quite accurate. Indeed. This leads to one inevitable conclusion. The bullet found in the victim's heart was, without a doubt, fired from this pistol. This pistol, which, as you may recall, was covered with the defendant's own fingerprints. Oh boy. Oh man. Order. This is bad. This makes it look like Edgeworth did it. Well, Judge. It says it's almost decisive, yes. Honestly, I could declare a verdict at this point. However, you wish to hear the witness speak, no doubt. Very well. I am somewhat fatigued, and so I will take a brief break. I will call my witness after the recess, which will last 10 minutes. Judge? Yes. What are you doing? A 10-minute recess now? But wait, just bang your flimsy gavel and get on with it, man. Yes. This court will take a 10-minute recess. Who's running this court anyway? Alright, while that's happening, let's check the chats. Alright, let's see, Deegan Nation, I'm late. I'll have to watch from the start, but keep up the awesome stream. Thanks, man. Alright, let's see. Back we go. December 26th, 11:09 a.m. Alright, how's this read? Edgeworth, what's going on here? Your fingerprints were on the murder weapon? And that foggy photo makes one thing clear. The only one who could have shot that man was the person in the photo. True. True. Was that you in the boat? Yeah, yes, it was me. What? But you must believe me, I didn't shoot him. Then who did? I don't know. You don't know? Weren't you right there? I heard a gunshot from very close by. Then the other man fell from the boat. I can't say why, but I thought at the time that he had shot himself. You mean it was a suicide? That's the only explanation I can come up with. Huh. How am I gonna convince anyone of that? Say, Maya. Huh? What? Any progress with Mia? Oh. Sorry. No good. It's no good. I know. I'm no good for anything, am I, Nick? If I can't call my sister, I might as well not be here. Yeah, you're useless? No, I need you here. No, Maya, we need you here. No, of course not. I need you here. It's not like whatever I choose, if I said, no, get out of here, she would leave. You know the game would find a way to make her stay. What's going on? Alright. I can see you're always trying to help out. Even if you don't actually help, it's the thought that counts, right? It's okay, Nick. You don't have to make me feel better. I don't know anything about trials or defense. What's more, I'm a spirit medium who can't even contact spirits. Ah, everyone has their off days. I mean, I've just been getting lucky lately. But you never know when my luck is gonna run out. Really? Whoa, right. Don't jinx this case any more than it already is. It's bad for my heart. Oh, sorry. Whoops. That was our recess? Oh, man. Yeah, cat's okay. Alright, so that was our recess. What did we learn? Edgeworth was in the boat? Oh, this is gonna be hard. I'm not happy with my voice for Von Karma. I want to make him like British or something. Can't do a British accent. Or can I? Let's try this out. Oh, Mr. Von Karma, are you a witness? Oh, yeah. Will Mr. Lord Hart take the stand? Oh, this is not gonna be good. Oh man, what was her voice? Oh, Lord Hart, you're a research student at a university. Oh, he's Australian, that's what I'm doing. That I am. Oh, good. Begin by telling us what you saw the night of the incident. And don't add anything trivial or subjective. Understand? Y'all need to learn some manners. Understand? Yeah, I understand. Oh, very well. Your testimony, please. I don't know if I can do Von Karma with this, like, accent, whatever it is I'm doing. It was Christmas Eve, just after midnight, I reckon. I was in my car. I heard this bang come from the lake. When I looked out the window, I saw two gents in a boat. Then there was another bang. There wasn't nary a thing on the lake but that boat. Enough. Huh? Judge. She happened to take a photo of the incident. This is that photo, accepted as evidence. Oh, well, this is a surprise. This looks like the very moment of the murder. Order. I will remove people from this courtroom if I do not have order immediately. As the witness testified, she looked at the lake when she heard the shot. There were no other boats on the lake. So, the man in the boat with the victim must have been the one who shot him. Yes, it was the defendant Miles Edgeworth. Order. I will have order. An order of fries and a Coke and a Big Mac. Well, Judge. The evidence is decisive. I have very little doubt about this case. Very well. This court finds the defendant. Wait, well, don't I get my turn? Wait, Your Honor. Yeah, thank you. I haven't cross-examined the witness yet. A cross-examination. We have photographic proof. What question can there possibly be? This photo is worth 1,000 words, and they all read, you claim to have found a contradiction in her testimony. Very well. If you have to, you may cross-examine the witness. You will only flounder and ask meaningless questions. You will fail to find anything. And then, I will have you held in contempt of court. Nick? Contempt? Contempt of court. You know. I guess I understand. Well, what are you going to do? Do you really think there was a contradiction with the facts in her testimony? I don't think I have a choice. Yeah, I think there was. I gotta say, yeah. I think I noticed one little thing. Wow, I'm impressed, Nick. I didn't notice anything. Right. Let's take him on. Yeah. I got a bad feeling about this. I understand. I will cross-examine the witness. Very well. I pray for the sake this isn't a waste of time. Ooh, gotta keep pressing her. It was Christmas Eve, just after midnight, I reckon. Just after midnight, you say? In other words, it was no longer Christmas Eve, but Christmas Day. Huh? Yeah, well, yes. I know you want to find contradictions, but really? I hope your next contradiction is a little more relevant to the trial. Witness, continue your testimony. I was in my car. Why were you camping there anyway? I'm a research student at my university. I was taking pictures to use in my research. What research? This all sounds suspicious. Press further. Ms. Hart? Could you be more specific about your research? What does the witness's motive in camping by the lake have to do with this case? The answer is nothing. I object to this line of questioning. Objection sustained. Wait, now I'm the one who says that. Well then, say it already. Objection sustained.
Thanks for nothing, Your Honor. I heard this bang come from the lake.
So you weren't looking at the lake at the time?
No. I looked after I heard that noise.
When it's objection for this guy Von Karma, it's like such a deep sounding objection compared to ours. I guess that's how his voice is supposed to be, like really deep. But she said that already. I asked you to find contradictions, not leisurely chat with the witness.
When I looked out the window, I saw two gents in a boat.
Could you clearly see the two men?
Just look at the picture. Clear enough for you.
Oh, press further.
Wait a second. I wasn't asking you about the photo.
I was asking if you saw the two men.
Huh? Yeah, well, of course.
The witness has testified that she saw them. There's also a photo. You best look elsewhere for your precious contradictions. He jumped in quick. He's hiding something. Yeah, Phoenix.
Then there was another bang.
Were you watching the very moment the shot rang out?
Well, yeah, sure.
You're asking meaningless questions. Meaningless. Contradictions, Mr. Wright, not meaningless babble.
On Karma, I think I hate you. He's trying to keep me from talking to the witness.
To what end?
There was a nary a thing on the lake but that boat.
Are you sure about that? Yeah, sure as country gal can be. He sounds pretty sure. Press further. How come you're so sure? Well, heck, I scanned the whole lake. Scanned the whole lake? It almost sounds like she was more interested in the lake than the boat. Miss Hart, you... Mr. Wright, the witness has answered the question in full. No need for further questions. Objection sustained. That's my... sustained. Yes, of course. Oh, great. Enough. I think we've heard all we need to hear, Mr. Wright. Seems you're unable to find a contradiction in the testimony worth noting. But Your Honor... You keep your promise. Mr. Wright, I'm afraid I will have to penalize any further outbursts by holding you in contempt of court. And if that happens, you'll have to leave the courtroom immediately. Understood? Nick, Lotta's testimony is fishy, Nick, really fishy. I know what you mean. But if I can't say anything, what can I do? I believe we've covered the evidence sufficiently to make a decision. Then pass your judgment. Very well. Mr. Miles Edgeworth, please take the stand. Who was that? Yeah, who shouted out, hold it? It was me! Maya? Maya? Is something wrong? Do you need to use the facilities? No, I do not. Lotta Hart, your testimony stinks. It's unclear whether you are actually looking at the lake. It's highly doubtful that you actually saw Mr. Edgeworth. Tell us the truth. This is a matter of life or death. Lotta, did you really clearly see Mr. Edgeworth that night? Did you see him fire that pistol? You will stand down. The court does not acknowledge the defense's outburst. Answer me, Lotta. What's the big idea, treating me like some kind of criminal? I saw him, I swear it, I saw Edgeworth. Enough. Judge, declare the defense in contempt of court. Yes, of course. I'm sorry, but you were warned. Guard, escort Mr. Wright out of the courtroom. He's in contempt of the court and must leave. No. Wait. I was the one who made the outburst, Your Honor. Nick is innocent. Ha. What's the difference? All that remains is for the guilty verdict to be declared. That isn't right. Isn't that right, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Wrong. Never let him have his way. What? Did you hear what Mrs. Hart just said? She said she clearly saw Mr. Edgeworth. That was not in the testimony. That changes her testimony, and I have a right to cross-examine her again. Order! You're in contempt of court. It's too late for wild claims. Judge, sustain my objection. Come on, Judge, don't do it. Don't do it, grow some balls, don't do it. Don't do it. I'm sorry, Mr. Von Karma, but I cannot. Judge, yeah. What? Mrs. Lotta Hart has made a new testimony. The defense does have a right to cross-examine her again. But he is in contempt of court. No, I am.
If you're going to arrest someone, arrest me.
Very well. Mayor Fay, you will leave the courtroom immediately.
Nick, I did what I could. You have to do the rest. Good luck.
Maya. I care not for this melodrama. Listen well, Mr. Wright. I do not tolerate badgering of my witnesses. I'm running out of time. I better find a contradiction in here or else. Mr. Wright, begin your cross-examination. Alright, that last statement. I saw clear as day the man on the boat was Mr. Edgeworth. Professor. Well, what about the other man? You cannot expect to be allowed to blithely ignore your promise, Mr. Wright. I believe you claim there was a contradiction in the witness's testimony. Well, find it. If you can. Mr. Wright, I've assigned you a penalty. I can't press. Damn. That's it. Oh, I don't know if I can find anything in that. I can't squander Maya's efforts either. Okay, we gotta present evidence. I got a feeling it's the photo because you can't see shit in the photo. Got you. Got you, Mrs. Hart. Finally. What? What you got? You got what? Look at this photograph. Look at this photograph. The photo I took? The very same. Every time I do it makes me laugh. There's something I want you to see in this photo. It's quite clearly visible. The fog, Miss Hart. So? This picture was taken with professional high-quality film, correct? Yet, even it could not capture the faces of the men on the boat. Yet you claim you saw Mr. Edgeworth. How?
What? What?
Well, yeah, how? Mr. Wright has a point. That's why I told her not to say that in her testimony. Please. Yet now she has said it, Mr. Von Karma. How could you possibly see Mr. Edgeworth? Explain yourself. Mrs. Hart? What? Could you see the defendant that night? Oh, of course, I said I could, and I meant I could. Then please testify as to the circumstances of your sighting. I did it. I finally found a hole in Von Karma's carefully vague testimony. Booyah. How Edgeworth was seen. You're right. It was a cold night and the fog was thick as grits. So once I was finished setting up my camera, I got back in the car. Still, I brought my binoculars with me. When I heard that noise out on the lake, I looked for my binoculars. See? No problem. Use binoculars. Very well. You may begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. This one better be good. Alright. It was a cold night and the mist was thick as grits. So, how could you see Mr. Edgeworth? Now, just you hold your horses for a second. You hasty Yankee types never find a gal from where I'm from. Defense attorneys have trouble with that as it is. Nobody loves me. So once I was finished setting up my camera, I got back in the car. Alright. Your camera? Yeah, it's got an automatic. The issue we are concerned with here is Mrs. Hart seeing Mr. Edgeworth. He stopped her talking about her camera. Why? The camera has nothing to do with this at all. Objection sustained. He's not letting her answer any of my questions. Still, I brought my binoculars with me. Binoculars? Yeah, binoculars. Yesterday you mentioned you were out looking for shooting stars, correct? Well, yeah. Wouldn't you need a telescope, not binoculars, for that? Ooh. I've got doubts about your camera, too. Was that really to take pictures of meteor showers? The camera is irrelevant to this case. You can't say that for certain. Mr. Wright, is the camera really relevant to this case? If you believe it is, you may continue with this line of questioning. But know this. If you find nothing with this, there will be consequences. Well, Mr. Wright, do you wish to press further about the camera? Nah, I don't give a fuck about the camera. Okay, Your Honor. I withdraw my question. I have to remember who I'm dealing with. I bet Von Karma wants to trap me so he can put me in contempt. I think I'll hang back for now and see what happens. I think we actually might have chosen the right thing. I was just joking, but alright. Ha. When I heard that noise out on the lake, I looked with my binoculars. If there was a heavy fog, how would binoculars change that at all? That's a good question. I was thinking that earlier. What do you mean? Even binoculars can't see through fog. But you say you clearly saw him. Oh man, I stuttered on that one. I did, yeah. Enough. There is no room for doubt in her testimony. She sounded pretty doubtful to me. Yeah. But I have to find a clear contradiction first. I don't care how many Von Karmic objections I get. I'm gonna find a hole in this testimony if it's the last thing I do. Alright, let's see. Yeah, on the cold night, the mist was thick as grits. So once I was finished setting up my camera, I got back in the car. Still, I brought my binoculars with me. Alright, let's check here for photos. Lotta's camera, set to automatically take a picture when a loud noise is detected, faces the lake. Autopsy report, lake photo. An old photograph of Misty Faye. An article about Gordy. Forehead map, bullet, pistol. Okay, maybe not just yet. Still, I brought my binoculars with me. When I heard that noise on the lake, I looked through my binoculars. Is the camera facing the lake? Your Honor, that statement contradicts this evidence. Oh. It does. I don't see anything contradictory. Huh? Really? Objection overruled. Try to think before you make accusations, Mr. Wright. Oh man, I picked the wrong thing. Okay. Alright, let's try that again. When I heard that noise out on the lake, I looked with my binoculars. Also, let's save the game. Actually, since I feel like I'm gonna have a hard time trying to solve this, so let's definitely save this game. When I heard that noise out on the lake, I looked at my binoculars. So once I was finished setting up my camera, I got back in the car. Okay, let's go back to the very beginning. What evidence do we have here? She got back in her car. Still, I brought my binoculars with me. The picture? But not here. When I heard that noise on the lake, I looked for my binoculars. Wait a second. Maybe if you press her and then reveal evidence during the press. Yeah, it's got an automatic. See when he stops her right there. Issue of concern a lot. Where does she talk about meteors again? Or was that in the previous one? Binoculars. Yeah, binoculars. Yesterday you mentioned you were shooting stars, correct? Do we need a telescope, not binoculars for that? Oh, but I can't present. So you can't present during the press. Okay. Okay, the camera's irrelevant to this case. You can't say that for certain. Is the camera really relevant to this case? If it is, you may continue with this line of questioning. You know what, let's try to go with yeah. But know this, if you find nothing, there will be consequences as well, Mr. Wright, you wish to go. Press further. I got a feeling, okay, this is make or break time. The camera is of utmost importance, Your Honor. It is perhaps the key to this entire case. Whoa. I don't know about that, but therefore I will continue my line of questioning. Wow, maybe I went a little overboard there. Very well. Mrs. Hart, will you testify to the court about the camera? Yeah, I hear you. The camera was set up to take pictures of a meteor shower. When I heard that noise, go back. The camera was set up to take pictures of a meteor shower. No, it wasn't. Why does it have a camera? You were photographing shooting stars? That's a lie. Says who? I saw the camera you set up yesterday. It was pointed directly at the lake. You have to point a camera upwards to take photos of the stars, Mrs. Hart. You remember we saw that in the evidence. It was pointed at the lake. Oof. Oof. Big oof. Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? The witness was not at the lake to photograph shooting stars, Your Honor. Well then, what exactly was she photographing? Show evidence. Your Honor, take a look at this. Gordy? Oh my god. Mrs. Hart, yes! This is what you were trying to photograph. Well, what's this? A newspaper article? Gordy. Oh, the sighting at Gordy Lake. Well, Miss Hart, I never heard of no lake monster. You got proof or something? Let's see you prove that I was down at the lake trying to photograph this Gordy. I have it. Proof. Intriguing. Very well, let's see it. And no joking around this time, please. What proof is that the witness was trying to photograph Gordy the lake monster? The camera was pointed at the lake with an automatic sensor. Yes! The proof, Miss Hart, is your own camera. Your camera was set to take photos in response to loud noises, correct? Yes. Thus, this photograph here, taken when a gun fired on the lake. And here, this article about Gordy. According to this article, Gordy made a loud noise when it emerged. Well? You were trying to photograph Gordy, weren't you? That's why you had to set your camera to respond to loud noises. Order, order. I see. I too thought it was a little strange. Yeah, sure. Well, Miss Hart, you were camping there to try and take a photo of Gordy, weren't you? What does that have to do with this, though? Yeah. Not bad. Are all you lawyers that smart? So smart, boy. I was down there trying to photograph Gordy. You got me. So what? Yeah, right? That's what I was thinking. So what? Huh? That don't change what I saw, does it? Exactly. What you just used several precious minutes of our time to prove is nothing more than that this witness is an idiot who thinks monsters exist. Hey! But, as she so succinctly said, so what? It changes nothing. Not true. You were hiding the whole thing about Gordy for some reason, I know it. But what could it have been? Whatever it is, I'm getting to the bottom of this. This is odd. Why did you hide the fact that you were searching for Gordy from the court? Please revise your testimony. Right, fine, I'll testify. It won't change nothing, though. Something will change. It has to. And I'm gonna spot it. Oh, Von Karma looks good. Alright, let's take a quick little second break. Deacon should take pictures of showers or the lake. Ah, alright. See anything going on in Twitch? No, we're good. Alright, let's jump into this now. This Von Karma guy, oh man. I'm gonna do with this guy. I mean, literally, I don't know what I'm gonna do with his voice. I'm just doing like my standard deep, like old man mean voice. Alright. Actually, I'm not a research student at a university. I'm an investigative photographer. Imagine what a scoop it'd be if I got a picture of that monster. That's why I was camping out by the lake. But that's all I was hiding. When I heard the bang, I looked right straight out at the lake. There wasn't much else to look at, so I just watched that boat the whole time. Then I saw a flash near one of the men's hands, and I heard another gunshot. I was looking right at that boat the whole time. Crossed my heart and hoped to fry. Very well, Miss Wright. Oh, very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine the witness. Objection. The witness's testimony is unchanged from before. Whether she is a research student or a photographer has no bearing on this case. There is no need to waste more of our time with another pointless cross-examination. Alright. I claim the defense's right to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor. Well, Karma's up to something, I know it. He doesn't want me to cross-examine her because why? Was there a contradiction? Very well. You may begin the cross-examination. You seem sure of yourself. You must have something in mind. Ha, that would be a first. Haha, very funny. What a douche. You understand that this is your last chance at a cross-examination, Mr. Wright. It is? What if she changes her testimony again? Then I get to cross-examine her again. If there is no problem with the testimony this time, we will have to let the witness leave. I will announce my verdict at that time, Mr. Wright. Understood? Yes, Your Honor. Alright, can't make a mistake. She looks nervous. So they look, she's starting to sweat a bit. It's either that or she's growing a mole. She's getting head cancer. But I think she's just nervous. Definitely don't think it's head cancer. Just nervousness. Actually, I'm not a research student at a university. Alright, press her. Then what manner of person are you? I'm not sure I'm highfalutin enough to be called a man of anything. I'm an investigative photographer. Alright, press her there. An investigative photographer? Yep. You get your photo and sell it to the press. It's a kind of business. Hey, I was taking pictures of my sister's graduation last year. And guess what? What? There was a UFO just... There was a UFO just a hang... A UFO. There was a UFO just hanging in the sky. A UFO? You know, an unidentified flying object. A UFO. That's when I had a sort of revelation. I knew I should become an investigative photographer. I see. Kind of a shaky basis for a career. Imagine what a scoop it'd be if I got a picture of that monster. Is Gordy really all that newsworthy? Heck yeah, they even had him up on the TV. I'm not sure that appearing on the local news' Rumor of the Month segment qualifies. Last month's segment was Bigfoot sighted on Acorn Hill, I believe. Hey, they also had a picture of him in the newspaper, for real. Mr. Wright, this is one fight I do not believe you can win. Let's keep moving, shall we? Yes, Your Honor. That's why I was camping out by the lake. That's why you put the automatic sensor on your camera? Yep, borrowed it from a university professor. It analyzes every sound it picks up, and when it gets a bang, it snaps a shot. Oh, not in focus. There we go. Put myself in the camera. There we go. Alright, back to the game. It snaps a shot. Yep. So how many pictures has it taken so far? The only time the camera triggered was that night. Well, that's not all I was hiding, but that's all I was hiding. I think it's time you told us why you felt you had to hide your true purpose at the lake. Heck, if word got out what I was up to, the lake would be swarming with competitors. Competitors? Yeah, second-rate shutterbugs trying to steal my scoop. Ah. Is that the only reason you were hiding the truth? Well, actually... Mr. Wright, I'll not have you asking questions with no relevance to this case. Whatever you say, Von Karma. I know you told her to keep quiet. Alright. Let's see. There we go. When I heard the bang, I looked straight out at the lake. Alright, so... Is there still more? I thought that was the very end. Oh, okay. When I heard the bang, I looked straight out at the lake. Yes, sir. Exactly what sort of sound was it? Well, I never heard one before, so I can't say for sure, but it sounded like a gunshot. It was a lot sharper a sound than I would have expected. There wasn't much else to look at, so I just watched the boat that whole time. Oh no, go back, I forgot to press her. There wasn't much else to look at? Yep. I don't know. If she heard a bang and she thought Gordy was out there, I kinda doubt she'd waste any time looking at a boat. What? What did I do now? What are you giving me that look for? Definitely suspicious. Maybe it's time for some evidence. Okay. the picture of Gordy? Now, why would you say it's time for evidence? Witness, continue. Hold your hush puppies, Pops. I'm getting there. Then I saw a flash near one of the men's hands and I heard another gunshot. I'll go back. Okay. Okay, we are supposed to show this here. This heart. Yes, I got it right. Were you really looking at that boat? What's with you? Of course I was looking at it. It was the only thing out there. Any normal person would be looking at it. I agree, any normal person would. Ooh, throwing shade, Phoenix. But you are far from normal. Ooh, lots of shade. What? Y'all want to step over here and say that? You were camping at the lake to take a picture of Gordy. Think about it. What would you do if you heard a loud noise? You'd be scanning the lake for any sign of Gordy, that's what. You wouldn't give up the boat a second thought. Order! Continue, Mr. Wright. You testified that you were watching the boat through binoculars. However, you wouldn't need binoculars to watch the boat. You needed them to search for Gordy, and that's what you were doing. Oh, Lotta. Admit it. You done fuck up, girl? Well? Well, now that y'all mention it, I did sort of take my binoculars and kind of scan the lake a bit. I mean, Gordy might be out there and all. Miss Hart, are you saying that you were not watching the boat then? Sorry, y'all. I wasn't fibbing, really. I thought, I could be a witness to a murder and all. I kind of got excited. I was sure I was watching that boat till now. Judge's eyes are like wide open. This is totally uncalled for. But hey, you got the photograph, you got proof. Still can't see who's shooting who in this. Right. That's why I took this photo and... Ooh. Witness, that's enough. You've had a long day. Shut your pie hole. Shut my what? What was she going to say? She took the photo and what? Wait a second. She even had a photograph to prove... Oh, she even had a photograph to prove it. But you really can't tell from the photo who is shooting. That's why she said she's going to enlarge the photo. Oh, man. She said it'll drop the quality a mite, but should let us see who's who. She enlarged that photo. Why won't Von Karma let her show it? Why, Van Karma? Oh, wait. This is something new we've never seen before. They changed the background. I've got a hunch. I bet that enlarged photo shows something bad for Van Karma. Some bad karma right there. This is my chance. If I'm wrong, though, it'll mean prison for Edgeworth, or worse. What should I do? Make her show the enlargement. Do it! Do it! Mrs. Hart, look at this photograph. You enlarged this photo, did you not? Yeah, I did. Why has that enlargement not been presented in the court? Huh? Because it does not exist. What are y'all talking about? You were the one who told me not to show it in the court in the first place. You old fool. Oh shit, son. You done fuck up, Von Karma. What's the meaning of this, Von Karma? Oh, he totally made a mistake there. Ms. Hart. Show the photo to the court. Show us the enlargement. The prosecution objects to the submission of this evidence. Objection denied. The witness will show the enlargement to the court. Yeah, let's see that. Let's see that enlargement. Here it is. Oh no. Oh no. What is this? They're mauled. We cannot see who is firing in this. It could be the defendant, or maybe it's not. Regardless, I'll accept this as evidence. Happy now, Mr. Wright. There has to be something. You asked for the enlargement. You got the enlargement. And little good it has done any of us. That's why I requested she not show it. I suppose this means that the cross-examination is over, obviously. Then I would like to close the cross-examination of Mrs. Lotta Hart. And none too soon. That was a flagrant waste of time. Mr. Von Karma, do you have anything to add? I stated everything I needed to when this trial began. This is decisive evidence. A decisive witness. What else could possibly be required? Nothing, of course. Then I believe it is time for me to declare the verdict. Wait, it's not supposed to happen, go down like this. There has to be a clue in this photo somewhere. This is bad, real bad. What should I do? Object to the enlargement? Show other evidence? Wait and see? What? This one really doesn't make much sense to me. Let's do it. Your Honor, there is something decidedly strange with this enlargement. What? What might that be? Mr. Wright, you will show the court what you mean. What about this photo is strange? Okay, here goes nothing. Do I have a strike? I'll show the judge what's strange with this photo. Oh my god. The fingerprints were from Edgeworth's right hand. Whoever's shooting... Yes! Take that! Oh my god, I remember that! Why do I remember that stupid little piece of thing in my head from like an hour ago? The shooter? I'm not sure I understand. What about the shooter is strange? Look at the hand holding the pistol, Your Honor! Yes, I was right! The hand? The hand directly contradicts another piece of evidence. This man's left hand does what? Oh, this man's left hand does what? Let me show you. I'll show you the evidence that left hand contradicts. There's prints from Edgeworth's right hand. The evidence is clear. The man in this photo is holding that pistol in his left hand. However, the prints on the murder weapon were from Edgeworth's right hand. Ergo, the man holding the pistol in his photograph is not Mr. Edgeworth. Boom! Suckers! Let's take that, suckers! Oh! Now that everyone in the courtroom is quieted down, I would like to reconvene this court of law. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. You have given us definitive proof today. We now know that it was not Mr. Edgeworth who fired the pistol that night. However, this leaves us with a rather large problem. If Mr. Edgeworth didn't do it, then who shot our victim? Precisely. As we have seen, there were no other people on the lake that night. Who but the defendant could have shot him? Miss Hart. The victim himself, Larry. Okay, she was on the shore. Larry's just an idiot. The victim shot himself? Are you sure? I'm not confident in this. Can I save the game? Oh, yeah, I'm gonna save the game. Because I got a feeling I'm gonna get this wrong. The victim shot himself. There's only one explanation remaining. The man who shot the victim was none other than the victim himself. Did I actually get it right? Order, order! So, you are saying that the victim committed suicide? Yes, Your Honor. I can think of no other explanation. Indeed, that does seem to be the only remaining option. Ooh, I'm so very, very sorry, Mr. Wright. But suicide is out of the question. What? An examination of the victim's wound reveals the distance at which he was shot. The distance? The victim was clearly shot from further than a meter away. A meter? That's 3 feet. I love how they added that in there for Americans who are playing this game so they know what a meter is. There is no way it could have been suicide. Order, order. Mr. Von Karma, are you sure of the accuracy of your data? Of course. I had already considered the possibility of suicide, you see. Autopsy report. Shot from approximately 1 meter away. This is a long court day. Wow. I see. Very well. Allow me to state my opinion. Considering the situation, the shooter had to be the defendant, Mr. Edgeworth. However, the prints on the gun reveal that the shooter was not Mr. Edgeworth. This is a conundrum. Therefore, I would like to suspend proceedings for this trial for the day. The court orders the defense and the prosecution to further investigate this matter. Understood? Yes, Your Honor. That is all. This court is adjourned. So, if Von Karma is such an amazing lawyer, and he's been like 40 years undefeated prosecutor, why didn't he become a judge? Why is this like 70-year-old man still a DA? Not DA, yeah, district attorney? Prosecutor? I don't know. Phew, that was a close one. Hey, Edgy. Hey. Don't you have anything to say? No. I have yet to be declared innocent, right? Well, yeah, but what happened out there on that lake anyways? If he didn't commit suicide, then who? The shooter was about a meter away, too. What? Don't give me that look. I did not kill him. I was just kidding around. Look. I'm gonna go check on Maya. Oh. Right. What? Tell her something for me. What? He's gonna say tell her thanks? Come on, do it, Edgy. Do it. Do it. Do it. Tell her to watch what she says in court. Oh! That's all. He threw us a curveball. Would it kill you to just state how you really feel with that thanks, Edgeworth? Ah, you emo pirate bastard. I requisitioned a transcript of Lada's entire testimony. I thought it might give me some ammunition for the trial tomorrow. Of course, she didn't see the shooter, so the only part of her testimony that stood was the bang she heard. Alright, so Lada's testimony is going to play a role in the next court date. Alright, let's get ready for day 2 of more investigation. Save. Overwrite. All right. Well, that was that. All right, December 26th afternoon, visitor's room. I think we'll just stop it here. Let's see, how long has this stream been going? It's been going over an hour. Yeah, usually these things last about an hour. Not bad. Not bad. Okay. All right. Well, that was that. I'm going to go hit the hay and we'll catch some more tomorrow. See what's going on. Let's see what we can find out. I got a feeling, though, something might be up with that boat rental place. We haven't been there yet. There was another witness, the guy who made the phone call. So something's up with that guy. So there's another witness. What else did we learn? We got to figure out who the killer was. So yeah. All right, everybody. Have a good one.